Sheen didn't cross the line with CBS execs until he called show creator Chuck Lorre a clown. After a long history of violence against women, including arrests during his time on 2.5 Men, the powers that be at CBS decided Sheen had finally crossed the line in early 2011. Some believe it had more to do with Sheen calling creator Chuck Lorre a clown than the actor's crimes. The studio, however, claims in its dismissal letter that Sheen's lifestyle began to take its toll on the show, offering the following statement to Sheen's lawyer: "Your client has been engaged in dangerously self-destructive conduct and appears to be very ill. His declining condition undermined the production in numerous and significant ways. Warner Bros. Would not, could not, and should not attempt to continue business as usual while Mr. Sheen destroys himself as the world watches." Sheen's relationship with showrunners began to devolve rapidly in early 2011. By February 2011, Sheen had pretty much hit rock bottom again. He was reportedly fired from his show for giving rambling interviews to every media organization that would listen, and demanding that he should receive another raise, saying in one interview, "I'm not angry, I'm passionate. Everybody thinks I should be begging for my job back, and I'm just gonna forewarn them, that's gonna be everyone else that's gonna be begging me for their jobs back. I'm a man of my word. I'll finish the TV show. I'll even do season 10, but at this point, because of psychological distress, I want an episode. Take it or leave it. Look at what I've been through. I make roughly $1 million now. I'm underpaid right now for sure. If you look at the money that the producers are making, yet it's ridiculous. I'm tired of pretending I'm not special." Cryer's lackluster response to Sheen's alleged abuse against Mueller was eyebrow-raising. In his memoir, Cryer recalls his reaction when he found out about Sheen's arrest for domestic abuse. Alarmed and freaked out, "I texted him, dude, my thoughts are with you. If you need to talk, give a call. If you've got bigger problems, call me when you get back." A few minutes later, Charlie texted back, "Thanks bro. Yikes f***KK me, what a bad day. I'm flying home tonight. I'll try to call over the weekend. Shower rate was bad, but the food was okay. Hair and makeup for mugshot got there too late." Situations like this are rough on your sense of friendship and loyalty, because the allegations are serious, yet you know Charlie and Brooke are a drug-troubled pair, and Charlie's your longtime friend who was proud of his sobriety. But that doesn't mean he didn't do something to her, and you should give a woman the benefit of the doubt when she's been abused. And oh boy, Cryer's consternation was clear, but despite their friendship, it's a little difficult to justify such congenial texts between the two after Sheen had threatened to kill his wife. Charlie Sheen returned to work almost too ravaged by his lifestyle to function. Cryer described what Sheen was like when he returned to work after his arrest and subsequent raise. "Charlie didn't look so good as we started our 8th season in the fall of 2010, gaunt, pale, sallow, even sweaty occasionally. He started talking to himself. But most of all, he just looked thinner, in a not good way. His timing started to go off too. Charlie just wasn't hitting the jokes the way he used to. It was as if his psyche had been sped up. One time, during rehearsals to choreograph the movement for a scene, he asked, 'Can I just stand next to this couch?' He wanted to hold on to it for the duration of the scene." In late 2010, Sheen was forcibly hospitalized after another alleged assault. In October 2010, Charlie Sheen reportedly paid adult film star Capri Anderson $500 to spend the evening with him in New York City. The night ended with Sheen exploding in a fit of rage, trashing his room at the famed Plaza Hotel. Anderson claimed he threatened to kill her, and she locked herself in the bathroom for safety. When police came, they took Sheen to a local hospital for a psychiatric evaluation. After the incident, Sheen allegedly texted Anderson, offering to pay her $0 to stay silent. Instead, Anderson filed a harassment complaint with the NYPD, prompting Sheen to sue her, claiming extortion. Sheen's huge raise to $8 million per episode came immediately after his 2009 arrest. In May 2010, a few short months after his arrest for domestic abuse, Sheen became the highest-paid actor on television at the time. His salary bumped up to $8 million per episode on a 2-year contract. Cryer was making around $0 per episode at the time. I immediately began contemplating a series of well-publicized drunken brawls in retirement homes or possibly leading cops on a destructive car chase just prior to my next contract negotiation, joked Cryer in his book. Cryer broke up with a girl after discovering she had previously dated Sheen. After Cryer decided to once again start seeking legitimate romance, he met a woman named Stephanie, and the two hit it off. They started dating, and Cryer brought her to the set of 2.5 Men. He introduced her to Sheen. It became clear the two knew each other. Sheen later told Cryer he had actually dated Stephanie before, but things went sour when he tried to convince her to have a threesome. The story as written by Cryer says as much about him as it does Sheen. Charlie said, "Well, I wanted to bring another girl into bed with us, and she was not happy about that. And then he looked me straight in the eye and with no trace of irony said, 'So heads up on that.' I went home that night and broke up with Stephanie." Cryer claims he ended things with Stephanie because dating Sheen should have been upfront information. Sheen often showed Cryer nude pictures of women. After Charlie Sheen's marriage to Denise Richards ended, he regressed to maximum Sheen. The first signs were when he started showing Cryer pictures of women's genitalia. He'd show me a picture he'd taken of somebody's vagina. It was always a perfectly nice-looking vagina, but I would invariably think, why just this, and not the rest of the person? And what do you say in that moment? Thank you for that vagina picture. How long have you been seeing? Jon Cryer asked Charlie Sheen for advice on how to pay for sex. Cryer's memoir unsurprisingly dished quite a bit about the goings-on behind the scenes of 2.5 Men. Perhaps more surprising was the amount of embarrassing stuff he revealed about himself. Cryer admitted to being an emotional basket case after his divorce from British actress Sarah Trigger, and he needed to get his equilibrium back. He went to Charlie Sheen for advice on how exactly to pay for sex, and Sheen directed him to his personal favorite online services. When a woman with a sexy Finnish accent came to Cryer's house for the first time, he reportedly enjoyed the experience. Charlie Sheen asked Jon Cryer to hide his porn when his then-wife Denise Richards came to set. In his 2015 memoir, So That Happened, Cryer described an interesting encounter with Sheen early in their tenure together at CBS. One day during the first season of 2.5 Men, I got a knock on my trailer door. It was Charlie. He seemed panicked. Dude, I need your help. Sure thing, I said, and ended the cell phone call I was on. What's going on? He handed me a heavy shopping bag. Denise is coming over, he said, and I need you to hide something for me. Oh boy, I thought. If this is drug paraphernalia. What? Yeah, oh yeah. It's legal. Hey, thanks. He left, and I had to look. By legal, he meant barely legal. It was a bag filled to the brim with porn. I was prepared for the weirdest, but it really was all pretty tame, some of it just topless mags. Really, if this was the worst I'd have to deal with regarding Charlie's vices, bring on the bags of porn for me to hide. Charlie Sheen was arrested on Christmas Day for assaulting his then-wife Brooke Mueller. In addition to the numerous assault accusations Denise Richards leveled at Sheen, he already had an extensive rap sheet of violence against women. In 1990, he shot his then-fiancée, Kelly Preston, which he claimed was an accident. In 1994, Sheen was sued by a UCLA student who alleged he hit her in the head when she refused to have sex with him. The case was settled out of court. In 1996, Sheen was arrested for assaulting actress Brittany Ashland, who received 7 stitches in her lip from an altercation in which she said he threatened to kill her. Sheen pleaded no contest to battery charges, earning only 2 years probation. Then came his marriage to and divorce from Denise Richards. Fast forward to 2009. On Christmas that year, Sheen was arrested for allegedly holding a knife to then-wife Brooke Mueller's throat, threatening to kill her. Sheen ultimately pleaded guilty to misdemeanor third-degree assault, but was only sentenced to 3 months probation in addition to attending rehab and anger management classes. Denise Richards divorced Sheen in 2006, alleging a wide range of abusive and generally horrific behavior on Sheen's part. Denise Richards and Charlie Sheen's 2006 divorce was public and ugly. Many of the allegations Richards made against Sheen are horrifying. She claimed Sheen was violent and addicted to gambling, paid sex, and adult media content. She recalled an incident which took place in front of their children in which Sheen shoved her to the ground and said, "I hope you F***seeking die, bitch." Her court filings also included transcripts of abusive voicemails left by Sheen and described the explicit material he allegedly viewed online, which included pornography of people who did not appear to be of age.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care. Bye.